girls, there's so much chaos in our industry right now. Doesn't it feel so nice to be at a place where we don't have to worry about the future of our businesses?
Yeah,
It does.
it's nice to be able to shut out some of the noise around all of the consolidation that's happening and just know that we are fully in control of our company and our business. And like being in a brokerage that's over 70% owned by us, the agents.
Right. It was nice to wake up and you see all the articles, you have all the questions, and just to feel really confident that I was going to show up and stay focused on what was next in our plan and not the noise on social media and whatever's going on in the industry, to just have that confidence of we're still in go mode.
Yeah, it felt so good to just be heads down the day that the news broke about what's happening and just know that I can continue to move forward and confidently feel like the decisions I am making for my business is what my business will turn into, right? It's not someone behind a door making a decision for me.
And it allows us to do the most important thing, which is focus on not only just like our business model and our plans, but our clients.
Clients,
without
yes.
disruption. I think that just feels calming.
The next 3 to 6 months can be really shaky for some agents and their business. And at the end of the day, the clients are going to feel that.
Yeah.
And for us, I feel like it's really nice to be in a position that the next 6 months are going to be 100% growth mode for my clients and what's best for my team, versus wondering, what am I going to do? And am I even going to still have the same, logo or branding or
land.
systems,
Yeah.
right? And someone else ultimately made that decision.
Yeah. No one wants a decision to be made for them.
Right. And this market's not the market for that.
Yeah.
Well, what I know has been proven to be true for me is that eXp is static in all of their practices and their offerings, and they only make it better. They're either bringing something to the table that's going to enhance our business, or it's going to stay the same. And I was told that when I first came over, and it's a little bit hard to believe because everybody's always sort of in flux.
Yeah.
And I think that's another reason that we can feel so steady, is they really hold true to that, just keeping it calm.
Yeah, and because there are people paying attention. And because, again, just to reiterate, we are like primarily agent owned, there are people in the background that are paying attention to what they need to pay attention to and then making the proper decisions with the agent in mind.
Yeah.
Right.
Instead of themselves in mind.
It's nice to not have things be taken away, right? Like to your point, we keep getting more things added on and more benefits to the agent that ultimately helps us serve our clients better. But I've been in places before where things just continue to be taken away and you have less tools to then service the client.
And costs too,
Yeah.
changes in costs
Yeah.
and splits and all the different things that go into it
Right.
that are so unpredictable. It's predictable here that it's going to be what it is when you start,
Yeah.
or get better.
Or better, yeah.
Right. Well, and like you said, there's a sense of calm, and that's really important, especially I feel like in the Central Texas market for our consumers, everything isn't calm here. Everything's just a little bit chaotic to be a buyer or a seller, and to be able to show up and know that the systems and the tools that my organization has in place helps keep me level-headed to be the best for the client. So that sense of calmness that we all get to feel is a huge win for our clients.
Yeah, absolutely.
To rolling and
Well, I can't, like all three of you are looking at me like so.
Oh, maybe we should
Big
all look
smile.
at her and you just
Tell
start.
us more.
Hey girls. Hey, let me start again.
3, 2.
I'm gonna say right now. So what do you say to the agent that's going through a brokerage change right now that they maybe didn't want and certainly didn't anticipate?
I think you have to start with our end goal here, which is ultimately the clients that we serve. And so I wholeheartedly believe, like, if we aren't stable as agents, then how do we show up stable for our clients? And you can't delay that. So you need to get curious, you need to get into conversations with someone who has that foundation and has the confidence and the calmness that we all feel sooner rather than later, because at the end of the day, it's impacting your client.
So true.
I also would say change is never easy. Change is not necessarily ever fun, but I don't think that great things come if you don't take the risk of a change. And so while it could be scary, the ability to make a change for yourself, a decision made for yourself, and know that you're going to put yourself in a place where, I mean, I sure feel this, where I never have to make that change again. Like that is the reason.
It's so
to me.
freeing, right?
But I question people on you let someone else make the decision for you. So why can't you make the decision for yourself, right? Like you woke up in an industry that is so flexible and gives us the opportunity to show up and shine as the humans that we are. But yet, you know, a few days ago, a large group in the industry woke up with someone else making decisions for them. So make the change decision for yourself.
Yeah.
Like
It really is kind of taking control of the business that you built, right? Like I think so many people have handed that control over and they feel uncomfortable taking it back. But when you take it back, you actually get to shine even brighter because you get to, as we talked about before, make decisions that impact you and your clients every single day. Change is scary, but think about like all the big changes that we've all made in our lives. Like
Good things
while
come
they're
of it.
uncomfortable, something good comes from it
Yeah.
every single time,
Agreed.
right? I mean, it makes you grow, it makes you think bigger, and that is certainly true in this industry as well.
And, you know, when I decided to make the big change that I thought about for many, many, many years, you know, I had the conversation with myself, it's like, what's actually the worst that can happen? And when facing those fears head on, or like, you know, acknowledging those fears that I had, then I was like, okay, so that happens. But what happened instead was immense growth.
Yeah.
I think that to sort of answer the question of like, why wouldn't you make a change for yourself? I think there's a herd mentality that people just
Yeah.
like follow. And so I think that paired with like the fear and the unknown.
Well, maybe the uncertainty for these people could just empower them, because if they're on the fence about having their own brand, and they can stop relying so heavily on something they don't have control of and finally take the leap to expand on their brand and what they're known for with their clients and put it on a platform that they can build a business as big or as small as they'd love to.
Yeah.
Which I feel like reminds me of, again, something I told myself when I made the change, and I would have believed we maybe all did, is like, our clients don't care where we work. They care about us.
Most
And
of them
so-
don't even know.
They don't even know.
right.
So if they don't know or care, why would you not put yourself in a position to work in a place where you can shine bright, you can have your own voice, and you are actually being put in the front,
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah.
being bettered by the people that are.
And then you're an owner,
Okay.
and now you're a part of the decision making and the benefits
And
overall.
have the stability. I mean, the other thing is when you think about this consolidation, is think about how many people just start to look the same. The same colors, the same logos, the same templates, the same fonts, the same signage. And it's like, how do you stand out when you've got almost 20,000 agents in our market alone? How do you stand out? The only way to do that is to build your brand and really lean into who you are, be true to who you are. And the
Yeah, I
only
like
real
that.
place to
And in
do that
this day and
is
age, this is
I
what
love
people are
that.
looking for.
Shine
It's what
bright.
they
I like that.
gravitate towards.
Right. And it just goes back to like we've seen a few industry disruptions, and now that I've been with eXp, it's so nice to not worry about the industry disruptions.
Yeah.
It's a fun article to read, to swipe on whatever social media channel. But at the end of the day, to not be impacted by it, to just be able to keep going and keep serving our clients and the agents on my team and the people in my organization. It's just a breath of fresh air, and it takes one other concern off of my plate.
Yeah.
I also like the organization model because I feel like I have a direct line and a responsibility to the people in my organization that don't necessarily have the same handle on it as I do. Either they're newer to the business or newer to the brokerage, but having this ecosystem of resources, but then being able to trickle it down and funnel it to the people that may not be receiving it or understanding it as confidently as we are. It makes me feel really proud to know that we can stabilize them with any market insecurities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're an owner.
Mm-hmm.
You have to step into that role.
Well, and also, even if they're not in your organization, what I've found being here is there's so many people that will help you, like that will be that person for you, right? And so I've never had so many like options, doors to walk through, like phone numbers to call, to just be like, hey, I've got a question, or what does this mean? There's just such a plethora of people that are always surrounding you and cheering you on.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this before, but community, when we talked about what are some of the biggest surprises at eXp, you touched on it right there. It's the community.
Yeah.
Just just access to people that help you in any way to grow your business and serve your clients best. So I love it here.
Yeah, same.
We're home.